turn a video on. Thank you. Okay, arms forward. You've been out for a while, pay attention to your body. Substitute techniques, exercises for things you can do. Don't hold your breath. Regulate your breathing through the whole workout. Back.
And I did do my birthday push-ups.
Oh no! Is it a birthday time?
On Saturday.
Saturday. Holy cow. Holy cow. Another year.
And yours is coming up.
Yeah, I know. August is a tough month for push-ups. A lot of them done. Opposite directions.
So just to be grand, I did 3 sets of 80.
3 sets of 80.
Yes, well, with stretching in between.
Oh yeah, still, that's really good. Switch. I've been really neglecting my push-ups, to be honest with you. I don't know if it's the time, or if it's the floor, or if it's just like I've done so many push-ups in my life that I just want to do other things. I'll have to rethink that.
Just for things that I've gotten into. My brain keeps telling me, oh, you don't need to do your push-ups anymore.
Yeah, I did like, I can't remember, it was 23 or 24 years straight with never not doing push-ups in class. And I still remember the class, I missed it. For some reason, we just didn't do any. And the student said, that's the first time I remember never doing push-ups. I was like, oh my God, oh, all these years down the tube. I felt like an alcoholic falling off the wagon. Gotta start over again. Arms up, turning. Just go ahead and step out and reach a little bit. Oh, happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you, sir. Oh, and Saturday was also Miss Wong's birthday.
Oh, yeah. Let's walk out a little bit further. Yeah, let's walk forward. Let's get some knees in and out, circle, go forward with the knees and circle backwards, forward, circle backwards. Other direction.
I expected to start seeing these from the studio.
What's that?
I expected to see remote viewing from the studio.
Yeah, we're close.
Very good.
We're getting there, and we're going to do it.
Now, does everyone need to sign a waiver?
Yep.
Okay.
It's just like starting over again. It's halfway ridiculous, but whatever, right?
Okay.
Other direction. Up and down. Toes. Other foot. Other direction. Up and down. Toes. Shake it out. Legs in and out. You think we're going to have a summer?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Do you think we're going to have a summer?
Yeah, we will.
I mean, it's already June and it's like 43 degrees when I wake up. That's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, with the current state of the world, it doesn't really matter.
No, it doesn't. Forward and back. In the scheme of things, you're right. That's a small thing. Okay, in place.
I certainly got.
Okay, shake it out. Okay, so we're just stick with our warm up, but we're gonna kind of move a little bit. So go ahead and sweep it to a horse stance. And we're gonna work on our squats. I don't want you to think horse, anything. I just want you to move. So find your natural hip distance, which isn't always 2 fist distance and a thumb. And what we're going to do is we're going to start to go down. As we start to go down a little bit lower, I want to get my hands to the ground. And I want to make sure that I'm as low as I can, that I'm not doing this to get down to the ground. So put your hands out. Your feet can be broken horse. Sink down until you want to lift your heels up, but don't. And that's one motion. 1, so we go down. 2, 3, 4. There's going to be a little hinge at the hips. 5, work the legs. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. On the second set, we'll hold. That was down and up. 1, we'll hold for about a second, then we just stand straight up. 2, up. 3, up. 4, up. 5, up. 6, up. 7, up. 8, up. 9, up. 10, up. On the third set, we go down, lift the heels, then come up. So 1, down, lift the heels, and up. 2, down, lift the heels, and up. 3, you should be able to. 4, once you lift the heels and sit back down, get a little lower. 5, watch the lower back. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, on the fourth set, we're actually going to come down, touch the ground. So there's going to be a little bit leaning forward because I want to keep my heels on the ground for this one, and then back up, but try not to have too much sweep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, the last set we're going to really work on staying straight up and down and getting low. Setting the hands down, hold for a second and up. So basically we're going to sink down, almost try to sit on our heels. Then we're going to try not to lean forward, let the hands hang, touch the ground. 1 second, lift the hands back up, and then stand up. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we gotta shake it out a little bit.
Good.
Good for the thighs, huh? So grab one, pull it back, stretch the top part out. Go to the other side. And feet together, hinge at the hips, and keep the knees slightly bent. See if you can find either a lower back release or a hamstring stretch, whatever works. Just find the stretch and relax. And then the knees. Okay, so we'll go back to the back lunge. So our hands can be placed up. Go back a little further than what we would do in our bow stance or our fighting stance. Don't let the heel hit the ground, so don't thump back. And I want you to go, what we're going to focus on, I've spent a lot of time practicing when you punch to let the weight slightly go forward so you hit it more than just your arm. But on this lunge as an exercise, we want to keep this leg coming down. So that happens here. So that might mean not going all the way further, but let's not let this knee go forward and back and take that pressure. Let's go deeper if we have to, or wider, to be able to keep that posture and keep the line right. And then we'll go to the other side. And keep the hands up or down. I like to keep them up because it keeps my chest up. Okay, so nice and deep, but not so low that you're breaking that. So rule number one, keep that knee right over the ankle. One, drop, other side, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. And shake it out a little bit. It's kind of funny how little things we do, like lean forward and things to take the body naturally does to make it easier for itself. Sometimes that might be a good thing. So let's go back to the horse stance, but we'll go squat, lift, slow side kick it back. So get enough range that your left leg or that direction is okay. Sweep it out to a horse. And make sure you're in your proper distance this time. 2 fists and a thumb and all that good stuff. Knees out, back straight, hands to the side. So when we do the squat, I should call it a squat, I want to go straight down, knees out. I don't want to get down into a squat position because I don't want to train like that for these. So I'll only go as low as I can maintain good posture. Then I'll stand up. So I'm getting the exercise. And of course, I think you know that's not how we do a side kick. We would come straight out. Okay, but we like to get training it. So 1, straight down. Step up. Extend out. 2, straight down. Step up. Extend. Here we go. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. I'm going to go to the other side. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Now we'll go to the other side. Now we'll increase the speed of the kick, so I don't want to bounce too much, so we'll go not so low, but a little quicker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Notice that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stretch it down, relax, think about your movements. Good time to compare your right and left leg. Are they the same, equal, one better, one looser, one faster, one stronger? Balance. And we'll do the same thing on the other side, but let's go ahead and change it to a roundhouse kick. Okay, back to our horse. Okay, down, step up, lift, extend, retract, set it back down. So we're going to make sure that as I lift, so instead of lifting up like the side kick position and then throwing the roundhouse, nothing wrong with that by the way, we're going to lift the knee straight up on this play. As we do that, the ankle's going to cock back and load, and then strike, and then come down. So this is kind of a different version, maybe in sparring and stuff. It's, you know, this one's more offensive, you're not worried about being blocked. Okay, so here we go. 1, step, lift, and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. Let's do 2 roundhouse kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Okay, let's take the left leg out, reach down and grab the toes, stretch out the hamstrings, lower back. Let's go to the other side. Okay, let's work a little bit maybe on our balance with the roundhouse kick. So we'll go same sort of thing so we can, it's good to work on your balance as your legs fatigue from the strength training. Roundhouse, pivot, roundhouse, pivot, roundhouse. So if we're in our horse, do a little bit of a leg exercise, then we'll go roundhouse, 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 back and down. Okay, so here we go. One, go slow enough that you can do all the technical part, but fast enough that you have some fluidity and that you're not falling over. Two. Three. Four. Five. Six. Seven. Eight. Nine. 10. 10. Good side. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Okay, shake it out. So we'll go, okay, so this will mix up a little bit. I'll have to go roundhouse, roundhouse, side kick, reverse roundhouse, reverse roundhouse, reverse roundhouse. The reason we're adding the side kick in there is so that our heel can get to the point to do the heel hook. Okay, so let's see how our legs do this one. So we're adding a whole set of kicks. Okay, 1, roundhouse, roundhouse, side kick, reverse roundhouse, reverse roundhouse, reverse roundhouse, back. 2, roundhouse, roundhouse, side kick, reverse roundhouse, reverse roundhouse, reverse roundhouse. 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. 10. Other side. 1. Roundhouse, roundhouse, side, reverse, reverse, reverse. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 'Okay, circle those hips around. That's more of a supporting leg workout, I feel. If you don't fling your kicks out there, other direction. Hinge down. Release lower back. Shake it out. Let's go back to a left bow stance, left fighting stance. We'll keep with the same sort of thing about our supporting leg gets trained when it's kicking. But of course, if it's kicking, it's not a supporting leg anymore. It gets trained when we do slow motions, because when we do fast motions, you're almost just, the balancing is that you're only there for a quarter, tenth of a second. So we're going to shift back to the horse, and our focus is a front, side, back kick, right? But really our focus is on strengthening our support. Strengthening our support, not torturing our support. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, cat, pull it back. Now it stretches, and then we do it again. 2, support, and stretch it out. Really get this hip flexor stretched. 2, back straight, stretch it out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, shift, stretch it out. Front part, every time you're in the bow stance, I know our back leg wants to support us by turning out slightly. If you keep it in a bit, you'll get a stretch as well, which sometimes, especially what we're doing today, a good stretching after class might be, if you want your kicks better, might be a necessity. Okay, same thing with our other leg. 1, forward, side, back, lift our back, set down, everything goes forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 'kay, take the leg that we were kind of stretching a bit, pull it back even more, focus on getting that knee back, the shoulder back, and your hip forward. Grab that ankle tight and find the stretch about a fist distance above the knee. Once you got that, extend out the knee the direction I'm lifting. So really stretch it back. Keep the supporting knee slightly bent. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Stretching and balancing. And breathing. Hey, you want it down. Okay, shift. Grab the other side. Pull it back. Find that stretch in the front part of the leg first. Let it loosen up before you start a different angle. Hip out. It's a little tighter leg. Lift. And stretch. Lengthen. Imagine your knee going the direction out and the other shoulder going out. So left shoulder, right knee, stretching both ways like you're pulling a rubber band. And you can pull it back in, back out. A couple hip spins here. Other direction. Hip level, hip distance with your feet. Sink right into it. The elbows on the inside of those knees, not on top, on the inside. And adjust yourself, and then push one way and then the other. And just kind of move around until you kind of sink into your stance. So some lower back gives in a little bit, loosens up, your hips open up. That way after all those kicks you don't tighten up and move worse than you started the class with. Not a good idea. Now reach down and grab your feet. Do the same thing. Move around a little bit. Just kind of helps keep your back a little straighter. Into the nose, out through the mouth. And you can straighten yourself up. And sit back a little bit. Hands out. That might allow you, with the counterbalance, if you can't do this at all, a little weight right here like a kettlebell. Get you a little bit more of a counterbalance and allow you to get here faster. Now we can just ease up. Put your hands on your knees to straighten the back up so you don't hurt your lower back. Work yourself up. Move in place. Jog a little bit. Hop a little bit. Okay, so let's go back to the side kick. Could be the roundhouse kick or a front kick. And we'll go kind of slow, and we don't worry about the height. What we're going to do is we're going to go kind of as slow as we can, and we're going to see if we can find a place where maybe our balance isn't as refined as we like it to be. So what generally happens in those cases is that we actually speed up so we don't lose our balance, which in and of itself isn't a bad thing to do, right? Who wants to fall down? But it doesn't improve it, it just bypasses it. So go to your horse, and I'm just going to do the side kick that direction. Okay, so I'm going to go down a little bit, I'm going to step up, lift. I'm going to take all the time I want here. I might even support the leg a little bit, but I'm just trying to feel how wobbly my supporting foot is, or is it? Is the whole foot gripping? Am I leaning a little bit over on my pinky, my big toe off the ground? And at what point does it go? If I'm on the edge of my foot and I'm kicking that direction, you know what you're doing. You're rolling that ankle this way while energy is going that way. So now the next one you can fix that by just gripping better and kicking lower. Okay, so that's the idea, is to find that point of weakness that can become your strength. Okay, so let's build that up. 2. Three. 4. Just focus on your supporting leg. 5. 6. 'Sometimes you have to pivot a little bit. 7. Sometimes you have to move the knee in a different direction. Sometimes a quarter of an inch one way or the other. Maybe you bend a little bit of that supporting leg and that little wobble goes away. 8. 9. 10. 'Let's do the other side. 1. 'This is where comparing sides is very beneficial. 2. Instantly you can usually find what you need work on the other side when you get to this side. 3. Yeah, completely. 4 is where I put my weight on my foot.
The left side balance is so much better right now.
That's good. Mine too, actually. I don't know why, but hey, I'll accept it. 5, keeping that foot anchored down, the knee in line, the ball of that foot, supporting knee slightly bent. My foot is solid on the ground, opposed to on the edge of my toe, which it is on the right side. So that's something I'll be working on until I can figure that out. 6. And that information usually only comes to you going really slow, or it comes to you on equipment too, kicking a pad or something. That usually helps too. It just depends on where you're at in your training. 7. Very interesting. 8. 9. 10. 'Okay, so I have a little bit of information, but I know I'm gonna never do anything with it. So I need to go to the other side again. I don't really even care about my side kick right now. My foot, the weight is slipping over to the side here, which is
mine too.
that's really not the best way to throw a side kick or any kick. So for whatever reason, that right foot, I can tell you why most likely with me, that foot wants to be up to move more because, you know, I'm right-footed. So it's cheating for the next movement. That's what I feel. But my stability on the other foot, that ball of the foot's into the ground. I feel like I'm actually moving forward with a really solid kick. So, which is good because I'm right-legged, but I want to feel it both legs. So we're going to do a couple more with not the attention on the kicking leg, but the attention, for me, on the ball of the foot of the supporting leg. 1. So let's see if we can duplicate the kick, make it feel just as stable or as strong as the other one. 2. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's starting to get there. It understands. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Okay, stretch it out. I'm gonna have to pay attention to that. You only learn that stuff, you only can learn that stuff fatiguing your muscles, like what we just did today, and then going slow and seeing what your body compensates for. You know, it cheats for the right reasons, right? So you fatigue yourself a bit with the kicks and whatever, then you start going slow and you can feel yourself taking the easy way, leaning a little bit, and if you're mindful of it, you get a valuable information. There's not, after so many years, you would think learning something new on the side kick after 35 years, yep, just did. Maybe not learning about the side kick, but learning about how my body likes to think it wants to do what it wants to do. And I noticed with the students and even myself is we will speed that kick up a little bit so I never even get to a chance of feeling the transition. I don't think things like that make a big difference, right? But if you're gonna do it, why not get a little bit better at it? I don't think somebody's gonna be able to see my side kick and say, hey, 10% of your weight's on the outside of your foot, which is gonna create a little imbalance And if they can, then I'm doing something really wrong. But knowing it and comparing it teaches me to stay inside my training instead of just kicking. Now, if I had a pad, it would be the same analysis, but the difference would be where the force is going out and how it's coming back. And sometimes things like that fix themselves, because as I kick a pad and I roll over that way, that's instantaneous, like, whoops, that's not gonna work. So sometimes equipment, I usually think it's introduced too soon, but once in a while, if you're mindful of it, it makes corrections very quickly. So do you have a heavy bag?
I do not, unfortunately.
Okay. You have a garage?
I have a garage, but no heavy bag.
Okay.
That's why I use the studio.
I know, you got the studio too. But every garage should have a heavy bag, a gym, storage, and maybe a place to park a car. Maybe. I see your car, so you're good. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's do this stretch here a little bit. My hip flexor is a little tight, so I don't want to do the other stretch. I want it to loosen up a little bit, so we'll go out. We'll hold this for a minute or two. Keep our posture good and just lengthen out. Let's do a little power visualization without controlling your legs, lock them in place. But visualize yourself in a full split. But do not let your legs slip out and do that. Just visualize going down there softly, easily. When you're doing the visualization, make sure you're relaxing. You're not visualizing and tensing up like you would say like breaking a brick or something. And if you do it right, you'll actually start to slip a little bit, but be careful. Full splits in your mind. Where your mind goes, your body eventually follows. Okay, keep yourself straight. Like somebody's pulling you up by the hair. And now walk yourself up, keeping yourself straight. Okay, after that kind of stretch, definitely get your hips back in alignment by moving them around, get some fluid back in there before we hit the ground and jump up again. Okay, let's do this. Thank you, and happy birthday, Mr. Reynolds.